What if the most dangerous thing in the sky is not a fighter jet, not a missile, and not something fast, but something cheap, slow, and patient? Most people imagine air power as speed, firepower, and noise, but Iran built its drone program around a very different idea: control through persistence. This is not a story about a single famous drone. It is not about a brand name or a headline weapon. It is a story about how observation quietly turns into pressure, and how pressure reshapes decisions before anyone notices. Iran's drone capability is not one aircraft. It is a layered ecosystem designed to watch, learn, and react long before clear action begins. Iran did not build drones to compete with Western air forces in stealth or speed. It built them to solve a strategic problem: how to monitor rivals, how to apply pressure, and how to strike when needed, while staying below the threshold of full-scale war. That logic shapes every layer of Iran's drone program. The first layer is observation. These drones are designed to watch, not to attack. They remain airborne for long periods. They monitor borders, coastlines, shipping routes, and contested zones. Their strength is not fine detail, it is duration. Instead of short snapshots, they provide continuous awareness. Over time, patterns begin to appear, routes repeat, behavior stabilizes, and silence itself becomes information. Iran often chooses endurance over sophistication. Many of these drones are slower and less advanced than top Western systems, but they stay in the air longer, and Iran can deploy them in larger numbers. This is not a weakness, it is a design choice, because for Iran, losing a drone is acceptable. If it collected useful data first, it already succeeded. The second layer is tactical support. These drones operate closer to real operations. They track vehicles, follow convoys, and relay information in real time to operators on the ground. This shortens the gap between seeing and acting. Information no longer needs to travel slowly through centralized command chains. It reaches decision makers directly. This allows faster responses and more flexible reactions in uncertain situations. This layer helps compensate for limits in traditional command and control by turning drones into mobile sensors that support local decisions. The third layer is strike-capable drones. These are not fighter jets, and they are not missiles. They sit in between. They carry limited payloads, they strike specific targets, and they are used when missiles would be too expensive, too escalatory, or too politically risky. Many of these drones are designed for flexible launch. They do not require large permanent air bases. They can operate from rough terrain mobile platforms or temporary runways. This makes preemptive targeting difficult. Even if known sites are destroyed, others can still exist. The category that receives the most attention is one-way attack drones. These drones launch and do not return. They fly toward a general area, they search, and then they strike. What makes them strategically important is not raw explosive power, it is cost. A single drone can be relatively inexpensive, while air defense systems designed to stop it are often costly. This creates imbalance over time. Defenders may succeed tactically, but they pay a higher price in resources, readiness, and fatigue. These drones also create psychological pressure because they loiter and they wait. Defenders must remain alert continuously. Stress builds, fatigue accumulates, and attention is stretched. Adaptability is another defining feature of Iran's drone program. Many drones are built to be modified. Sensors can change, payloads can change, communication systems can be adjusted. This allows one platform to serve multiple roles without redesigning the entire system. Simplicity itself is intentional. Simple systems are easier to operate, easier to repair, easier to reproduce. This also supports proxy use, allowing the same drone families to appear in different regions with minimal training and infrastructure. Range is another layer of the ecosystem. Some drones are short-range, designed for tactical missions. Others are long-range, built to extend strategic reach. Long-range drones complement missiles but do not replace them. Drones offer flexibility, missiles do not. They can be redirected, they can be recalled. They can observe first and strike later. This allows decision-makers to adjust plans mid-mission rather than committing immediately. Drones are also used as decoys and test platforms. Some exist mainly to trigger radar systems, or to draw defensive attention away from other assets. They may never be expected to reach a target, but they still provide value because every response creates data. Radar activation reveals detection ranges. Interceptor launches reveal timing, defensive behavior becomes information. This creates a feedback loop where each encounter teaches something new. Over time, tactics improve, routes change, and defenses are studied through reaction. Iranian drones are not fully autonomous weapons. Humans remain involved in planning and approval, but automation assists navigation, stabilization, following, and basic coordination. This reduces operator workload and allows fewer people to manage more drones at the same time. Scale becomes possible. Iran's strategy relies on numbers rather than perfection. One drone is manageable. Many drones create complexity. Even advanced air defenses struggle when the sky becomes crowded with small, low-cost targets approaching from multiple directions. This is the strategic impact. Iran's drones are not designed to dominate airspace. They are designed to make airspace uncertain, unpredictable, and expensive to control. The true strength is not any single model. It is how the system interacts. Surveillance feeds targeting. Targeting enables strikes force responses. Responses generate data. And the cycle repeats again and again. Modern air power is changing. Speed, stealth, and payload are no longer the only measures of power. Persistence matters. Affordability matters. Integration across systems matters. Iran's drone program reflects this shift by focusing on systems rather than platforms. So when asking what types of drones Iran has the most accurate answer is not a list of names. The answer is a layered system built to observe, adapt, apply pressure, and force reaction. A system designed to shape behavior rather than chase headlines. And that is the real story behind Iran's drones.